Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to the Shapeshifting Detective. In the last episode, we were speaking to Rain as Lexie, and Rain actually said something that I really liked. The whole idea of we are tiny, insignificant beings, and there are potentially millions of worlds out there with predators far more evolved than we are, and our chances of winning against such predators are minuscule. However, if we don't fight back, then our chances are zero. Better to have a slim chance than no chance at all. I really like that. Rain, I don't know, when I first saw Rain, I wasn't too sure about him. I kinda got vibes that he could be a little off. However, the more we've spoken to him, the more I like him. And especially his interactions with Sam when he thought we were Zach. You know, how he was just like, you know what, you're really creepy, you said some weird shit to me and I don't want to interact with you at all, like, please leave. I thought that was really cool of him. Yeah, I've really been very pleasantly surprised by Rain. I like this guy.
The person you wish you could be. But Lena, the thing is, if you can wish it...
Okay, the chief is gone.
Thank you for your dreams.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
Okay.
So Simeon's written in to say...
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
Oh, God.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
God damn. Zach, why couldn't you be gone? I don't want to speak to you as Lexie. Fuck it, we'll see where this goes.
Dorota, I'm sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. I'm kind of disinclined to go with Can I Come In? Because Zach is Zach. Let's be honest. Zach is Zach. This is not a stand-up guy. Literally, he saw Lexie and was like, we're closed, looked her up and down, and said, unless you're here for other things. If we go with Can I Come In, I worry that this guy is he's gonna start leading things one way, and it's a way I do not want things to go. I think he's probably gonna get pissy if we go for the bluff, but I don't... I do not want to end up in a vulnerable situation. Admittedly, obviously this isn't the real Lexie. Sam is Sam, and maybe Sam can fight. We don't know. But, hell, I mean, as a last-ditch effort, Sam could, try freaking him out, ooh, now I'm you, now I'm Viola, ooh, fuck off, don't touch me, you son of a bitch. I'm sure Sam could freak him out, but again, we had one rule, we had one thing that we weren't supposed to do, and that was to not get caught. So I don't want to be in a position where Sam's only line of defense is, I'm gonna use my abilities to scare the shit out of someone, so yeah, we'll go for the bluff.
Things? That's ominously vague. I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lexie.
Oh, no. Run, Sam. Run the fuck away.
Lexie. I like it. It's got an edge.
Dorota says she knew you.
No. I want to leave. I want to ask the questions, but I also want to leave. Oh no.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
No thanks.
No, I don't trust you not to spike it.
A little bit won't hurt.
You're dating Violet, aren't you?
Sir, I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking that. I don't care. If you want a drink, that's fine, but no.
No, we're just friends.
That's not what you told Sam.
Oh. I mean, here's the thing. Just because Zach and Violet are having sex, that doesn't mean they're dating. They could be friends with benefits. They could be, there are a whole myriad of other things that they could be that isn't them dating. And to be fair, Zach didn't tell Sam we're dating. He said we're fucking. Also, I worry that if we go for the top one, then he'll turn around and say, oh, well, oh, you're talking to Sam? Should I be talking to you? This one feels a little bit shit-stirry, but it's the one I'm more drawn to.
That's not what Violet thinks.
Violet doesn't always see things clearly. It's fine. I know how to handle her.
Doesn't see what clearly?
Violet wants them to be in a relationship. That's the thing. This guy does not have any romantic inclinations towards Violet. He has no intention of being in an actual long-term relationship. His interests in her are purely physical. Violet, meanwhile, has romantic long-term relationship interests in Zach. And I will admit Zach does have a point here. If someone doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, then they don't want to be in a relationship with you. The likelihood of you being able to change their minds is minuscule. You shouldn't waste your time on someone like that. And unfortunately, Violet is wasting her time. If Zach... I feel like I'm slurring my words. I really feel like I'm majorly slurring my words. I do apologize. I'm just coming off a 2-day long migraine. I'm still a wee bit woozy. What was I trying to say? Violet wants certain things from Zach, and she's decided the things that she wants are what is real. She's decided we're in a relationship because she wants to be in a relationship, even though Zach has made it pretty clear that he's not in a relationship with her. I don't like Zach, but I do think he has a bit of a point there. He's still kind of scummy. To be honest, it isn't his responsibility, but if he were a nice person, he'd sit Violet down and say, listen, I think we should stop having sex because you're clearly a lot more into it than I am. You're way more into the idea of a relationship, and ultimately this is just hurting you. He has no responsibility to do that, but if he were a nice person, he'd do it. I'm slightly more drawn to the bottom one.
What do you mean, handle her?
I know how to talk to her. She's a sweetheart when you get to know her.
I know what you did to Dorota.
Oh, To be honest, I don't think he did anything. And I still think he could be the murderer. Like I said, right now, I'm focused on Violet and Zach. When I say I don't think he did anything, I don't mean I no longer consider him a murder suspect. I think that ultimately the fact that he didn't get to do anything is potentially what drove him to murder. I cannot get my penis out and put it in this lady. This is really making me frustrated. I am now choking her to death. Like, I think that is the series of events if he is the killer. So I think this will just piss him off. Because like I said, I don't think he did anything. He wanted to, but he couldn't. So I'm going to get rid of it. What?
You know, you're quite striking. It's a shame Dorota's not here. We could have taken some great shots of you two together. Would you like me to photograph you, Lexie?
No.
No.
No! Fuck that! Sam, you need to find a window and you need to jump the fuck out of it. Is the door unlocked? Did he lock the door behind you? We need to go.
Not now, obviously. But we should book a session sometime. I think you'd like it. I'd make you feel good about yourself.
No, I think you'll find my self-esteem is A-okay without you being involved. Fuck that.
She's gone, listeners. It's amazing.
Ugh, he creeps me
We're
out.
only joking.
She's still here. Yeah, she's still here. I can't do this show without her.
And I can't do it without you, Poe.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, God. Every time I think Zach can't get creepier, he somehow does. It's quite astounding, it really is.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Oh no. If Zach is still in his studio when we arrive as Ellis... Oh no. No, I don't want to deal with that. But I'm a bit of a completionist, so I will deal with that. Oh, he's gonna be really fucky. Oh my god, no.
A loud and indignant meow was an order. One thing. Ivan sat up, scooped Uni. She waited for
Really?
him to stand, then led him down to the kitchen.
Huh.
In dangerously tight circles. Uni
I would have thought that Ellis would be able
told
to speak
Ivan
to the tarot
she'd got
readers.
something to show him. He hoped it was a mouse or a vole.
Oh, don't tell me it's just Zach.
He'd had two
No, please, no.
flapping around his kitchen.
Oh, thank God.
Blackbirds,
I'll take that.
usually downy fledglings with wide beaks and tails that hadn't even grown yet.
I mean, it's a little odd that Ellis doesn't have anything to speak to with anyone. That was really bad English. Let me try that again. It's a little odd that Ellis can't speak to anyone about anything, but I'll take that. So long as we don't have to deal with Zach perving on Ellis, I will take that.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Oh, Sam. Sam really does get very cocky when they're pretending to be Zach.
White fur.
I like that
What is
detail.
that?
I think we should break up.
Oh, no. Sam, why would you do that? on one hand, I think that'd be really good for Violet. Violet needs... She needs to get over Zach. Like, ultimately, that is what Violet needs. However, we are not Zach, and we are not Violet. We are Sam. We are a stranger looking in on their relationship. What right do we have to try and break them up by stealing Zach's identity? No. I think it'd be what's best for her, but we can't do it like this. No.
I need to talk about Ellis Monroe.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing?
No. No. Ellis says that she's been avoiding Zach like the plague, so if Zach has been bragging to Violet, oh yeah, I've totally been fucking Ellis, then we know that's probably a lie. I'm inclined to trust Ellis. If she was so open about the fact that she was having an affair with Dorota, then I think she'd be just as open when speaking about Zach. I get the feeling that she is genuinely quite creeped out by him. If he has been boasting, then that is interesting in and of itself. You know, he feels like, oh, I can't, look at these ladies half naked or they won't let me sleep with them, so I'm gonna lie. I'm going to try and heal my bruised ego by making up rumors and bullshit.
What have you heard?
The tarot readers have predicted that she's the next victim. Do you think we should do something?
Want to fool around?
Sam, what are you doing, Sam? Sam, I know you get cocky when you pretend to be Zach, but I hope to God, if she says yes, I don't think she will, because I think she wants to, plot or scheme or whatever. If she says yes, I hope we can back out, because no, she would not consent to sleeping with Sam. She'd only consent to it because she thinks we're someone else. Like, no, that is a major breach of Violet's boundaries, privacy, like whatever you want to call it. No, we should not do this.
No, I do not. I've got more important things to do, Zach.
Oh, Violet, good on you, girl. Good on you. I don't know what you're plotting. She's clearly up to something. I don't know what, but thank you for saying no just there.
No worries, said Ivan.
You're listening to Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Okay.
Sent
The
by
tarot
Chris
readers are
Hockenbrowers.
spared
Read
Zach's
by
perviness.
The Raw
That's good.
Geek.
The Chief's gone
In the
too.
pitch black darkness. It felt unnatural to be.
Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
What does that even mean? I'm so sorry, Ellis. I am so sorry. Oh. I guess if you're uncertain about whether Ellis and Zach were having some kind of sexual relationship, then I guess this would be a way of finding out, depending on her response. However... Oh shit, no, we can't! We can't even just leave. This is our only thing. I thought there was a bin there and I could get rid of it. Oh no! Oh, Ellis, I am so sorry.
Good to know. I'm not one of them, though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
No, we're not gonna harass her. Yeah, Again, she was so open about Dorota, she'd have no reason to not be open about Zach. Okay,
On
yeah,
the morning of
that's
his
everyone.
249th day on the moon, or was it night? It was hard to tell up here.
And we just have Oscar left.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
You can speak to everyone. That's what you can do.
To Ian Remington, Dr. Hanako Yutani were all experts in their fields, those being and exobiology respectively.
It's looking like we might be able to move on
And
to
for
the
the
next
first
chapter.
time noticed their
this
hollow
episode.
cheeks in the dark circle.
That'd be good.
Seemed the moon had taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest.
Oscar, good. You got my message. Got some things to show you.
What have you got?
Oh shit! I was about to say I'm excited to move on to the next chapter, but I am still worried about Ellis and her safety. I do hope that we can save her. Oh, Chief, what have you found? What have you found?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota.
That's the line! Hey! I like that reference.
And what if I showed you this?
Ellis Monroe.
Do you know her?
She's from the radio.
And if I do this? No? Anything?
What are you doing?
Okay, that beats Jenks telling so many people to rock on. That is not an appropriate way to tell someone that their girlfriend was cheating on them. Sir, Dupont, what? That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
That'll be all. You can go now.
What?
Dr. Yutani offered.
You can't just do
Without
that
much
and then
thought,
kick him out.
Dimitri blurted out.
What the fuck, Dupont?
Then again.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oh. I mean, at least this way we can gauge her response. Does she feel any guilt towards Oscar? I mean, she didn't feel bad about what she was doing. Clearly she didn't. She just kind of seemed happy that she could make her friend happy. Does she feel any guilt towards the boyfriend, though?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Here's the thing, though. She didn't know. She didn't know she was going to die. Only the chief did, and he didn't take it seriously. I'm sure if Ellis had known in advance, then she would have done something, but she didn't.
Is it really? Tell me.
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
So were you helping or being kind?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
I forgive you.
Oh, I see that bottom one, and I'm like, that sounds sexual. How does it sound?
You want to make it up to me?
I don't trust that. Oh, I do believe her when she says it was complicated. I had feelings. And as I mentioned before, in cases of cheating, I don't really put the majority of blame on the affair partner. I'm far more inclined to be very mad at Dorota, because Dorota was the one in a committed relationship, even if it wasn't romantic, and, you know, she didn't enjoy the sex and she was questioning her sexuality. That isn't an excuse to cheat on someone. You dump them, and then you can go explore your sexuality, and everything will be kosher. Like, you know, if she was questioning whether or not she's attracted to men, that doesn't give her the right to cheat. That doesn't give her the right to fuck about with Oscar's emotions. What Ellis was doing wasn't nice. She knew Oscar existed. She could have turned Dorota down. She could have said, listen, I have feelings for you too. I'm interested in you, but you have a boyfriend, and I'm not interested in being your mistress or your affair partner or whatever. She could have said that. She didn't. However, ultimately, Ellis has no responsibility towards Oscar or his relationship. What she did wasn't nice, but she is not in a relationship with him. She did not go up to him and say, listen, Oscar, I promise I will never fuck your girlfriend. I promise I will never fuck anyone who you are interested in. She never made that promise. Dorota did. Dorota made a promise to be loyal to him when she entered into that relationship. Oh, I really do believe her when she says that I was just trying to be kind. She was questioning herself. Still, I find it interesting that she said that maybe she didn't tell you about me because she was planning to leave me. Did Dorota give her that impression? Especially after... I mean, Ellis didn't confirm that Dorota was a lesbian, but she made it sound pretty clear that Dorota had realised, you know what, I'm not heterosexual and I'm not bisexual, I'm gay. You know, I'm no longer interested in Oscar. The idea of a man touching me makes me feel really uncomfortable and I'm not interested in that anymore. So I find it interesting that Ellis seems to think that Dorota was going to leave her. Maybe she was going to leave the pair of them. Maybe she was going to leave August, start a new gay life off in the big city somewhere. I don't know, but that is interesting. No, we're not going with this one.
I forgive you.
That's so kind of you, giving me closure. I have so many loose ends, and not much time.
That was interesting. That was very interesting.
Discern any unusual sounds. This even meant the whispers were on a wavelength that couldn't be picked up by a microphone, or...
And that is everyone, so back to Sam. Alright then, let's just have a quick run through, see if anyone has anything new.
It consisted of one word repeated over and over.
Nothing with Violet.
Dr. Utani was able to create a rough translation.
No, I'm not asking that. I am not asking that. We were told not to divulge that. Also, I was talking with, was it Johnny? 1 second, let me check. It was in last Sunday's episode, so I should be able to find it very quickly. And it was this video. I want to say your username is Johnny. Yes, Johnny! The thing about the coin. So I have 2 theories. about the coin in Dorota's mouth. If it's a traveller, then I don't think we're going to have any explanation. You know, perhaps the coin is placed in the mouth as a way of saying thank you. I am kind of thinking back to the first, was it The Purge? The horror film about, one day a year in America, everyone gets to do any crime. All crime is legal. Emergency services are not on call. So for one night a year, you can do whatever the fuck you want. All hail the new founding fathers or whatever. I think that was The Purge. I am thinking to the villain of that first film who was like, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Sanderson, for letting us purge. And he's holding Mr. Sanderson as he dies. Spoilers for The Purge, by the way. But yeah, he's holding people as they die, basically being like, thank you for letting me purge, for letting me kill you. This was such a great honor, blah, 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 blah. Maybe if it's a traveller, the coin is something similar. Thank you for letting me kill you. In exchange, I give you your fare for the ferryman. If it's a regular killing, I've been focusing on Zack and Violet, so I'm going to go over what their motivations could be for putting a coin in Dorota's mouth. If it's Violet, then she viewed Dorota as a home wrecker, someone who lapped up men's attention and was very greedy. She had a boyfriend, but she was fucking Zack, or at least Violet believed she was fucking Zack. And it's very clear that Violet isn't putting, any responsibility on Zack. She's blaming the women for being whores. So if Violet killed Dorota, then I think she may have placed the coin in her mouth to symbolically represent that she was choked by her own greed. If it's Zack, then I think it was a way of degrading. Excuse me, my voice cracked. I think it was a way of degrading Dorota. You won't let me fuck you. Who do you think you are? Compared to me, you're nothing but a cheap whore. You're a prostitute, you're a slut, you're a skank, and you won't fuck me. So now that I've killed you, now that I've finally been able to dominate you, let me pay you for the privilege, whore. I think that could be what his motivation was. Yeah, I'm not saying this. No, thank you.
He was still inside the hole. Had he been dreaming?
Now, I have run out of time. However, I think I'm going to go through everyone first. So we'll start the next chapter at the beginning of next episode. You did a reading for Ellis Monroe?
Yeah. She asked for a sample reading to show what I could do.
Did you read for Poe too? Did your reading predict any danger? If he did do a reading for Poe, what does it matter? Poe isn't the one in danger. And Poe has a cast iron alibi for Dorota's death. So he can't be the killer, so I don't think this matters. Did your reading predict any danger?
It's easy to see now, with the benefit of hindsight. 3 of Swords, the Devil, death. Any tarot reader will tell you that death hardly ever means real physical death. But given what we've learned...
Yutani. She looked at Dimitri with bewilderment, more surprised.
And nothing new with Lexie. Boo, I want more opportunities to flirt.
Eyes wide with fear. Dr. Remington looked at the others in confusion.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
He sounds really quite sad about that. I mean, I gather that Poe and Monroe are very good friends, and we don't know if Monroe was treating Poe in the same manner that she was treating Dorota. I don't want to say that Ellis sleeps with all of her friends, but we haven't heard one way or the other, so yeah, it makes sense that he'd probably be very, very distressed by her absence. Yeah, I'm not ready to move on just yet.
About an hour later.
We've already asked this, don't need to hear it again.
Perhaps it was all just
Oscar's still missing.
the feeling that he had seen.
Oh, you creepy motherfucker.
Surrounded by darkness.
And we can't comfort Ellis at all. Oh god.
Wait to go back home.
You know what?
Later
I'll go
that
back
night.
to Ellis's screen because I am going to sign off right here. In the next episode, we move on to the next chapter. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.